This is an open beta. And I believe it is closing today. You thought this beta was multiplayer only, so you didn't try to jump in. I mean, if it loads me in with random people, I think I'm okay with that. You have 46 hours in Witcher 3, and your main quest is recommended level 12, and you're level 23. Are you a slow gamer or very thorough? I can't play games like that because I'll be in the same situation. All I want to do is go through caves. I did the same thing in Skyrim. All I want to do is go into like a new cave, or in Fallout, a new factory, and then just clear the factory, and then that's the game for me. They could honestly not bother with main story at all, and that I would almost prefer. Like, I'd rather it be like a sandbox with just junk to find and make it random. V, that's called Rust. Just play Rust. All right, we're loading up the game. Read more story in 1 hour than the last 30. And I don't feel like that's a bad way to play games. It's just that if it's gated, I think, for example, Fallout... Does anyone know, is Fallout 4 the one that has... Is it Massachusetts? Or is that Fallout 3? If it's Fallout 4, I think you're gated from going into the main town because you have to go through like story. So like, I hate that I can't get into the actual town until I do main scenario. And like, I know that's what's all about. Like, we want you to do the story. I'm a bad example of a gamer. Fallout 76 was made for you. Is it free yet? Oh, Superfuse runs off of Epic Game Store. So it's actually updating my Epic Game Store. Persona 4's intro is 2 hours long before you actually get to play it, and it's miserable. Isn't Persona 4 known as like the best one? Fallout 76 is on Game Pass. Tempting, but I'm lying to myself if I'm telling myself I'm gonna play it. There's too many things already. What kind of games are Superfuse and Necro Bouncer? So while Superfuse is loading, let's take a look at a trailer. Surprise, the game just loaded. All right, Superfuse. What's up with Sifu? New content update announced. Free content update, by the way. We can do this trailer. Yo, Marvel?
They are heroes, fighting to save their worlds. They know nothing of reality, and they won't live long enough to learn.
Okay. Yeah, this game is supposed to look like a comic book. That's the exact feel they were going for. So what the game is an action RPG where maybe this is the trailer that we saw, where it's Busted Build Maker. So think about like Path of Exile, Diablo, that kind of thing, where you're trying to build like the most synergistic thing you can think of to make your skills as broken as possible. And I remember it, we were in the chair, so we were playing on like a dev kit at PAX East. The dev sat me down and was like, okay, I'm gonna give you the controller, I'm gonna tell you what doesn't work because it's not like in the game yet. Outside of that, try to put whatever you can think of together. So I was playing this character right here, which is like a warrior that has cleaves and like stomps and stuff like that. So I had a cleave that crit on hit, and then so like on hit we had crit, and then on crit it did like explosions, and then the explosions would like split into 3 waves that would then do something else. And they're like, yeah, that's the game. We just want to give you all of these and you tack them together and make whatever you want out of it. And if it breaks the game, good job. So that's why I call Busted Build Hunter. You literally want to break the game. And then we'll look at the trailer for Necro Bouncer once we get to it. Hopefully that answered your question. Persona 4 is the best one because they have a fighting game. They have a dancing game too, which is also supposedly very good. English, Inglando. Settings. Is this a loud game?
Ooh, epic.
Already windowed? Yo, they know what they're doing. Hopefully the servers are not down. Yeah, so this is locking me into Epic Game Store, which is fine. Okay. So there are going to be 4 classes. We have these 2 available to us. I've already done this guy in the like early alpha build. So we're gonna try some elementalists.
Let's get started.
Hardcore hero? Coming soon? Interesting. So like I said, this is going to look a lot like a ARPG. So it makes sense that they have stuff like that, right? All right, play server browser. I wonder if it's gonna drop me in with randos. Not that I'm opposed to it. Just hope that comms are turned off. All right, so as you can see, like they already throw you available skill points. Oh, there's different talent trees. We could go either fire or ice. Can I take this back? Undo me? No undo. And then you can like fuse this to be whatever you want. This is, as I said, an extremely early version.
Why aren't you in town yet? Get here immediately.
I'll head to you.
Jeez. All right, we have a very basic fireball. See, I didn't have to play Path of
The
Exile.
rep was right about the corrupted.
Hang on. Try this. Oh, we do have zoom features. So the loot is gonna be randomized too.
But how did the Ketu get corruption here? Earth has been locked down for decades.
So it did show a little bit of like a comic bubble, but it didn't really last for very long, did it? So, as I said, this is still in beta. First piece of feedback, I can't read that fast. I'm gonna need a little bit of assistance. Just leave that up for longer.
I'm an enforcer, here on orders from the colony representative.
Thank the gods. Head into quarantine to confirm your ID.
I'm in the system.
Can't check back. Calcums is glitching.
I think the devs are Icelandic.
God's rules.
I'm trying to remember. When we were in the interview,
Asking you for a local pass. I'm glad you're here, enforcer.
now I want to know this. Stitch Heads Entertainment. We were talking to the folks at Raw Fury, and they were like, "Okay, we'll take the we'll take your feedback back to Reykjavik. Is that the name of the town in Iceland?" That sounds like supremely familiar to me. Like I gotta figure this out. Do they have an about me? Please. I don't think they do. All right, we'll have to figure it out. All right.
Quarantine. All travelers must be checked before entering Eros.
Check for what?
You're an enforcer, right? And I'm a pilot. It's basically the same. Can't you get me through?
No.
Arsehole. Think you're God's chosen, don't you?
Okay, so like part of the story, from what I understand, is that there's evildoers out there, and the only way to fight the evildoers
Better not give that enforcer priority.
is to have the enforcers, which are me and the other folks who have like this superfuse power,
Don't know why they even bother have us sitting
to
there.
lay down the
It's
pain.
not like the ship needs us to fly it.
All right, let us find a Dr. Romero. Holy crap!
You're the enforcer?
This
Come over
TSA,
here.
TSA Express
scan.
line right here.
It's imperative to check you're clean.
Be clean, chat. He's clean. Proceed to Erostown. Wait, I can just. Surely that doesn't actually hurt anybody.
Contamination detected. Area sealed.
How did they get in? Wait, that means it's already in. All right. So we can do ice instead, but I think you have to lock in the ice skill. This is max energy. Torch. Encase yourself in fire, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. And regenerate energy. So once we get like enough points to go down there, we'll have it. And then we can get stuff like fire boost. Okay. TSA sold Fast Pass? They do. You just have to sign up online.
Welcome to Eros Town, Enforcer.
It's true.
You will find suppliers of weapons, armor, boosters, and other services. I am Hom, the SlimyYy. Current colony status, unknown. Many telemetry systems are offline. Staff are missing. Colony communications is intermittent.
Join the faith of the universal portalers. Bask in their truth.
Dead Space?
Wisdom of the great portalers has brought you to me. We have tried and tried to reach a portal.
How is this person allowed in?
Fallen out of the divine network, but alas, we have been unable to do so. It must be holy providence that you are here now. If you are able to clear the stone for us, we shall proffer a meager reward.
I mean, I hear reward. I do mission.
What was all that noise from quarantine?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Colony representative. What's the mood of the colony?
Mood? What sort of a question is that? We are not here to mollycoddle these plebeians. We are here
Call
to
them
give their life
plebs.
structure and purpose.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so like I said, we're supposed to be like a, I don't want to say like a godlike figure, but we're very, very powerful.
Already got a bit of blood under the fingernail there. Plenty more scuffles there.
And like everyone knows that. We're basically the elite of the elite.
The rule of the gods.
Avengers, basically. We're the Avengers in this galaxy.
I've got to stop the corruption. What's the plan?
One thing at a time.
This person's like super evil.
They've been lurking in the edge of space for months, but under the cover of the corruption outbreak, they've made their move. There are barricades, dens, and who knows what else.
I mean, it looks kind of
Blocking
gross.
Production, and that cannot be tolerated. Cross edge of space to reach Perini Bridge and smash a path through the Keter. Make them regret defying the gods. Make them regret defying me.
Wow. So I'm an Avenger. That does not sound like someone that I should be working with, just to say that.
All right, got your clearance. You can leave, but it's your own neck you're risking.
I wonder if I have money. So there is a shop to like maybe get equipment. This is a game where there's like 50 million equipment drops. So I feel like buying equipment ever is like always the wrong thing to do. You should just get it for free.
I'm Maya. You need armor? You come to me.
All right. And I want to say that each thing actually changes your look too. Okay, I'm broke. All right. Yo, Crystal Edge, good to see you.
Got your clearance. You can leave, but it's your own neck you're risking.
Yeah. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
Edge of space. Keta forces are ahead, but I am also detecting many non-human organisms. Lethal force is authorized and recommended.
I guess we don't talk first. So there's multiple missions. We gotta break the bridge. And then there is activate the waypoint. Collect some corruption extract. That's a hammer? I'm pretty sure she doesn't use this stuff. I guess I'm not like totally sure. Yeah, so melee attack speed. Maybe eventually you can get that kind of damage. Like, I don't know if that works on fire or not. A simple wall. Yeah, I would say probably not getting enhanced. But if it had like crit or something like that, I would say maybe it does. The different things have different rarities to them too. So like this has credit drop amount, extremely JRPG, not JRPG, ARPG. Where does this go? It's a shield? Oh, which increases spell damage. Okay. So we found our first fuse. Aftershock. Requires skill power punch. I don't know if we can do something
Perfection refined.
with Aftershock yet. And you can just do these on the fly. So like we can go in, and if this had like synergy with the Aftershock, I think you can just place it. Like I said, the game honestly does not care. So long as like it fits in the node, you can put it in. Okay, so now we're actually dealing a little more. Let's hope that mace is equipable. Oh, it even has hold shift. Elemental damage.
Yes.
So it actually works on Fireball. It's actually telling me that now. So we can just do this. Energy up, spell damage up. Very simple. Like, can I get stuff that actually works for me? I mean, why not, right? Level 3. All right, so we got that done. Torch. Is it possible to just walk through them? Oh wow, that does not do enough damage. But like, if you could eventually make that do damage, maybe it's legit. She doesn't attack in melee. But if it gave any kind of stats that worked for me, I think you do it. Oh, wow. So I will say I've been playing some Path of Exile offline. So I feel like I'm kind of like in my element right now. I see chest. Open up. One day, they will give us something I can equip. All right, now what I need is fast equip. Control drops, shift, alt. So feedback for the devs. There's gotta be a fast way to equip the stuff. I'm sure there is, I just haven't figured it out yet. XP on kill. All right. You have to manually unlock the ice spell. Yeah, we're gonna try going the full fire because I already put 1 point in ice, and now I feel like it would be suboptimal to do anything else. What is this? What is this? Is this what we're here to break?
One of those fucking angelics cornered me on the way to my ship. I tried telling him that I followed
VeeDot 18 plus?
but he wasn't having it. Kept on spouting all that God's endorsed bullshit. Wouldn't let me go. Anyway, sorry, I've got to stay later and make up the time. Look, let me know when you get this message. Love you.
Aww. Kinda nice. Have I really not gotten enough organs? So eventually, we will hopefully find like a power-up, a node, that's even better than the one we have right now. So we can go back. I don't know if I want to be in the mines yet.
Charles is mine.
Like super dark in here. That tells me the general public doesn't watch us. I mean, doesn't like us. Like I said, it's the Avengers. Someone out there has got to like us, right? Oh my god. Wait. We can do this. Copium. This guy killed one. You not run out of ammo? Gotta keep moving. Staying still is just a way to get hit. One more. I think I win the DPS race here. fire resistant infected gunner? Wait, I didn't know they had fire resistance. That's a thing? Wait, a lingering infernal flame at targeted location. Range up, fire pen. I think that's the hit. Whirlwind movement. You now move to your targeted location while using.
Superb.
Okay, unfortunately it doesn't like do anything for the stuff I have. But you can kind of see like the idea here. Definitely stronger. All right. I got a fuse that made my fire attack deal 50 a pop. I need like spread fire. Chain fire. Fire that bounces off other fire. Yo, I still don't have enough organs. Feels bad.
I really can't carry more.
All right. All junk. But the trousers, though. It's even fun to think of that at some point, like, Torch could do something. You just run into the mob. Hello? Probably a Copia moment. There's absolutely no way that turns into something good. Slow down. Slows down projectiles and increases their damage.
Impeccable.
Works on fireball. So spell power. On start. Okay, so we have passives. And then we have on start. And then there's a search bar in case you have too many of these. Oh, it adds slots. Interesting. Yeah, I get this. Okay. Yeah, AoE passive increase the like area around me for Torch. I think it increased. All damage up, projectile speed down. Slow down projectiles and increase their damage. I wonder if there's like a need to put these in a specific order. Like what happens? Oh, never mind, never mind. All right, now I know. I was gonna say, is there a world where you have to put it one after the other? I want to say we're done here. I feel like I want to get the last organs before
Space level 1.
Before I leave. Everything just exploded. Edge of Space 2. Wait, I could just go wherever I want. And Ballistical, good to see you. If I didn't say hi to you already.
Level 2.
Yo, if we get the move speed on fire armor, and then the plus duration, I might feel like I'm gonna walk into a boss or something. What's this? I mean, this is free. Wait, I do no damage. Fire resistant? Wait, why is everything fire resistant? Oh god. Would it be better if I just torch my way in? Oh my god! Wait, bad idea, bad idea. I can't get out! I wonder if I'm the first person to ever die in this game. I thought the burn would be better. Crap, I need that organ. Okay, ignore this thing. It's like super slow. Flame dash would have done it. You're probably right. I need the top. I need the organs. Alright, we're fine. Are they spawning those? And they don't drop anything? Wait, this says Resurrector? Resurrects infected? Throw a button? Oh, wait, I need that! Okay, I'm definitely not somewhere I should be at my level. Okay. I mean, not gonna lie. Are these Resurrectors? I don't think they are. So not gonna lie, this is like not a loss. I feel like I'm making the right decision by being here. Now, keep in mind that we are not playing the game the way we are supposed to. I apparently need Icicle because everything is fire resistant. I didn't know that. Someone in chat tried to warn me, I didn't listen. Please, just give me one. Thank you. Give me like one more. Frost resistant. It's like tanking. I can't reach it. That's the Resurrector. It's resurrecting right now. Give me that. My last organ. Okay, I think we peace out. All right, I did not play the game properly. I apologize. Portal beacon. Beacon used for calling a portal. If I were to call a portal. Uh-oh. What do y'all think? T button? Oh.
You're all set.
Ah, okay. V, you didn't do the tutorial, I can tell. Ice me? Alright, so now we have Ice Shard with bonus elemental damage. Replace Fuse Shot. This fuse is already in use. I only have one. Okay. Alright, so that went on my queue. Then I get something good.
Help us decrypt their mysterious ways as we unlock the meaning of their holy utterances.
1 to 4 fire damage. I feel like that probably does not enhance my stuff. I think it's probably one of those games where it's like that's your on hit fire damage if you were meleeing. Okay.
Portal of stone is freed. This was your work, was it not? On behalf of the Universal Portalers, I
Oh yeah, all me, all me.
in gratitude. May your threads weave a beautiful pattern.
Probably was supposed to be the way how we get back.
Stone is freed. This was your work, was it not? On behalf of the Universal Portalers, I proffer this.
I've got armor if you've got creds.
All right. It looks like they might have some quests too.
This crew down in Charlio's mine. Go down there and see if you can find any information. With my kit, you'll be tougher than diamonds.
Okay. Please let me hold control of the cell. Oh, it worked. Leap smash. Your leaps have reduced airtime and increased impact damage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so see, like that kind of stuff, that's what we're looking for. Break the blockade. That's what we just did.
Cannot resume until we
All right, not bad.
Well,
Well, reflection looks dope. Yeah, and this is very early. You can't see it right here.
Get to it, Enforcer. Decimate our enemies.
Very early. So we're looking to give feedback wherever we can.
Good. I shall be rewarded for my leadership in cleansing this colony. It is only fair you have a percentage of that.
It's Ricochet, right? We don't get anything but Ricochet here. Crush. Chance on hit to cause a crushing shockwave. Requires melee. I'm not freaking melee. Is this melee? Damaging spell damage fire utility cooldown. It's not. Please ask them to add outline to the items on the ground. That, any kind of like accessibility would be nice. I don't get all of these, right? Yeah, just Ricochet.
No
What kind of game is this meant to be? This is definitely an action RPG where you are an Avenger looking to destroy Ultron's whatever that he sent down to Earth. But the way how you do that, fuses cannot overlap on hit. Oh, because I'm like adding 2 slots. So like I couldn't put it up because the slot is next to it. So like as you're building this out, you're making links at the same time. So I don't know if like my next red has to go in this slot or this is just, it's that strong. So it eats 2 slots. Very interesting. Return to the missionary. Reactivate the waypoint. Return samples to Leon. Who's Leon? Leon Kennedy?
The portal of stone is freed. May your threads weave a
Oh, I didn't hit claim.
The portal of stone. May your threads weave a beautiful.
There we go. Okay, so you have to click the reward and then hit claim. Return samples to Leon. I'd say probably like a better indication of who I'm turning in the quest to would be kind of nice.
Welcome to my paint shop. I'm Frida. There's always time to put some color in your life.
Oh, snap. Primary? Secondary? No. They put this in the game immediately? You usually have to pay for this kind of stuff. Wait, that's not the arms I want. Tertiary, maybe? Is it yellow? No. It's red, right? You usually have to pay for that.
All right, got your clearance. You can leave, but it's your own neck you're risking.
Okay, fight to the Perrine Bridge.
Level 1.
tab for active quest. No, tab for this. It'd be nice to know. J? Like to bring up like a full list of my quests. All right, that's probably feedback. Like, yeah, it's nice to have it on the right-hand side here, but it'd be nice to see it on some bigger screen. If you change the item, you have to color the new item as well. Rip. Definitely should save. Okay, new fireball. Literal ricochet. It's stronger. Much stronger. Search for Bill. If I were a Bill up on Capitol Hill, where would I be? Elemental affinity? I'm almost upset that the ricochet, like, I can't even really hit the others. Deflect? No, can I deflect on firewall? Not firewall, fire torch?
I earned this.
No, you can't. Deflect projectiles back to the attacker. It's an on hit. Interesting. So what would I on hit to reflect? Like a punch or something? So as you're playing through this, it's kind of like you're trying to figure out what actually works well. Requires wall skill, which I'm close to having, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot we could use that. Okay. Much better. And then you take fire damage. You don't. Yeah, the ricochet comes directly back to me. But it bounces off of walls. So like if you ever found the right angle, it could be kind of sick. I mean, and there's no reason not to have it, I guess. Oh wow, that's my first time running out of energy. Dash. So this one is melee skills.
Superb.
You would think with all the melee stuff that we found, we would be rocking a full melee build right now. Some of your armor looks damaged. Wait, there's damage in here? Yes, I believe this is the last day of the beta test. All right. Free elemental damage. The fireball already has that, right? Wait, I can add additional elemental damage and just make them actual beasts? Really? Okay. We just stack those. Until I find like fire punch. I tell you, if I find fire punch, it's game over.
Feeling under the weather since we camped here.
Oh wow, we're running out of energy now.
Only Martians and scrappers get that luxury.
Where's Bill? Charge up. Now I'm just finding everything. Melee again. I'm sure she has some melee stuff in the tree. Oh my god, kinda hurts. I am fast enough to outrun most of this. Wow, my first ricochet. Baby's first ricochet. Okay, definitely cannot simply walk through enemies. All right. Elemental damage is increasing the cost. That's toxic. What is this over here? It's a waypoint. So I'd say right now, probably the toughest thing for me is knowing exactly where this stuff is.
Euros Town.
So for us to return samples to Leon, we would have to know like who's Leon and where are they.
There your threads weave a beautiful pattern.
Hey, an enforcer on Eros. And weapons you gotta love. The miners
Or search for Bill Gibson, like
is the name.
where? Because I have a couple of different routes I can go now. Yeah, see, I feel like there's no real need to buy anything. Just like with any game. A lot of these ARPGs, you kind of just use whatever you find. Equip. Oh, do I only have the one slot? Maybe. Okay. They're saying this stuff is damaged. Is there a repair?
Has anyone seen the foreman? I need to check on Adriana. I've not heard from her for weeks.
Couldn't find a repair? Yeah, it looks like there's bars, and the bars are slowly filled up. Yo, Alexa, good to see you. It does kind of like it was grayed out. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure like once the game is fully fleshed out, it's gonna be a little more readable in that regard. Right now, we just have questions. Endless questions. Yo, Alexa, good to see you. Today we're doing a little bit of something different. Every Tuesday we do what we call Try Me, where we take a game I've never played before. Usually a roguelike. This one is an action RPG, so more like a Path of Exile. The only thing that makes it as complicated as Path of Exile is each of your abilities has like an endless web of stuff that you find and like tack onto it. So far we've gotten Ricochet, we got double elemental damage on it, and then slow projectile to increase the power. And I'm still looking for more stuff. So I'm just like 30 minutes in. We're not absolute beasts yet. We're still also figuring out the game. But having a good time. Alexa, I hope you had a good time last playing Enter the Gungeon. What made you play Enter the Gungeon today?
Has anyone seen the foreman?
Oi, enforcer, can't you do something about the rest?
I wouldn't necessarily, unless you're like a Giga Smurf at Gungeon. Are you a Smurf at Enter the Gungeon? As in like you are incredibly good And if anyone watches you play, they're gonna get blown away. I need a coach, is what I'm getting at. Oops.
Edge of space level 1.
Tyler's a pro. All right, I might hit you up. Free lessons, I hope. Oh, didn't I get... No, charge and boost was all melee. Okay, so a lot of the stuff I've been picking up lately is melee. Modded is super fun, but recommend checking it out. I think I have to, like, beat the game first. And what it means to beat Into the Gungeon means that I need to have at least more than a couple items unlocked. Maybe do a rat or something. The rat still steals my items. I'm pretty sure if you have the rat in your game, you are still in the beginning of the game. As far as I know, anyway. Alright, so we're gonna go left this time. Well, left is the mines. We still have forward. Fight to the Perrine Bridge. I can only imagine that the bridge is like past end of space. I gotta stop walking and start using this portal. How many times have I walked all the way over here? At least check it. Like, there's stuff that says it does fire damage. I don't believe it. Like, I'm almost positive it's on hit. Yeah, my bad for walking this whole way. That was not correct. How's the Dead Cells challenge going? I've been working 10-hour shifts and missed most of it. Pretty well. Well enough that we are still doing it. Okay, I'm actually very strong now. Ice Wave? Wow, just ignore me? Concave? Like, I'm getting all this stuff? Sub-zero damage reduction passive. Or we could go for Inferno. Create a lingering inferno of flames at your target. Range up, fire pen. Chill is a debuff. Oh, there's the melee attack. Okay, we need to figure out how to go in this direction. Putting all of our eggs in one basket right now. Requires glacier, so we don't have that.
Perfection refined.
Concave requires wall.
Yes.
We don't have wall yet, but I did see it in the tree. Yeah, I don't do a lot of challenge stuff at all. But this has turned out to be like relatively fun. The Dead Cells challenge, that is. We're doing streaks right now, but right now it seems to be evolving into we make the game harder every time we win, regardless of if we win the streak or not. Oh, I thought that was something that could open. Nyx Depths. I think those are like caves? Like a random cave with a bunch of crap in it?
Nyx Depths.
Yeah, we ain't doing main scenario. I mean, this is where we thrive, right? Knockback. Give him the mask, too. Oh my god. Can I hide this? Alright, devs. Very important. I need to be able to hide my head armor. I don't ever want to see head armor.
No one will match me.
Knock back enemies hit by your attacks. Even more energy cost? Oh, wow. So, like, we also have to think about how these equip to each other so that we don't overlap. Can this go in here? No. Yeah, I think this just eats the fuse because of how strong it is. We're just gonna run out of ammo constantly. I'm gonna have no mana to do anything. Hello? It's pretty strong though. Okay, the knockback is huge. We're finally one-tapping stuff. Second knockback?
I earned this.
I earned this. You sure did. Some fuses weren't limited to fire damage. Maybe do ice for meter. I don't think I'd kill with ice though. That's the worst part. Not one-shotting the enemy. If I'm not doing big number, why am I even bothering? Of course, it would help to aim. I kill with ice? I didn't know that. Wait, that was an unknown. Well, maybe known to you all, but I certainly didn't know. It just doesn't always kill. So I'll say that's the first time someone survived my fire. We also haven't figured out how to equip another potion yet. As I said, there are 2 characters. I've done the melee character before, just in like closed alpha. Nyx too. Think it's okay to hop in? I wish that did like a little more damage so I could just walk into them and they all die. Alright, so that connects. Let's head in here. Pray I don't die. Aww. Need a legendary item. Right here. Crap. Yeah, I wish I could do Path of Exile on stream. Oh, here's something. Oh my god. Do they all do revive? Fire resistant? Hard to tell. I think they all revive. That is supremely unlucky. Yeah, it's a resurrector. Oh, the ricochet though. Okay, yo, Ash CM. Rip. Thank you for that. Ongoing support. Nova? Please let me actually be able to use this. Requires combust. We're really close to combust.
Superb.
Okay. It's up here. So like eventually we will be able to do this. We're investing in the future right now. But yo, thank you for that 8th month, soon to be a newborn. I assume we can't get you like a birthday gift, but blankets and like a teether. I assume that's enough. What is this? Yo, loot crate? Hale's focus? What in the world is this? Unique power glove. Look at all the stats. All right, so like I said, ARPGs, all you care about is just stats on stats on stats. I'll take 3 of those. I don't think she wants anything else. Pretty sure. Oh, finally, new pants. Oh no. Why would I not be able to equip them? I'm missing something here. Level 11? Oh, it's at the top, right? I can barely... Okay. That's gotta be a little bigger, right? Just a little bigger. I can't be the only one. Give me a Y in the chat if you also cannot tell that this is level 11. V, I can very much tell. Lie to me. What in the world? What was that thing? Speed up projectile.
Impeccable.
The ice shard's super slow, so I'm gonna put it on that. Not enough capacity. Am I sharing capacity with my fire? Unless... maybe it's the position that's wrong. No, I think I definitely am sharing with everything. It's based on the character total, so we got a power level, I think. I gotta get out of these caves. But the caves are giving us really good stuff. I can't help myself.
Perfection refined.
Waist guard? I was walking around with no belt this whole time? Okay, I'm pretty sure we just got massive rewards in here. Like, if we were to ever find Bill Gibson, Bill is gonna be freaking pogged out of his gourd. We don't even have knee pads. You don't need knee pads. You gotta get strong knees. That's so weird. I think everything re-dies. Okay, so this should connect to the left. And then we just peace out. Supposed to be getting contraband too? There's gotta be like a full map that I can look at to like know where the objective is. I feel like this cannot be correct. So Edge of Space, Pádhraic Bridge has to be after Edge of Space. It has to be. Invisible wall. Whoa, that's some fast ice. It still has that like super long wind up. Please? Oh, this is the tunnel. All right, we got Prague U just now. Perhaps world record for how far we are. Power amp. Spell damage. Apparently I don't have rings. Fast, reduce the damage. I'll show you some reduced damage. Okay, that's reduced. These things explode? I do not know what I just saw there. Alright. Inferno. I mean, I'm supposed to be doing this stuff too, right? Energy restore on kill. Oh no. It's up here? This is range and fire pen. Oh, it's so far now. I think I have to do these. Because, like, I need the energy restore. Hello? Oh, they have the contraband I need. Dash. Dash melee. Alright, I feel strong. Yo, Zalasin, good to see you. Oops. Kind of glow stick. Shaped like an arrow. We can take him. No, you can't. Now I'm doing 42. No, you can't. Don't even kid yourself. Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. Split? No. Split projectiles? You're kidding me.
No one will match.
Hitting an enemy fragments the projectile into 3 less damaging projectiles. So if we go back into fireball, split, we probably don't need knockback. This thing is like weird. Can't even go there. Right? If I play Have a Nice Death, is it worth picking up? If so, I would say yes. 1.0 is in March though, so if you want, you could wait until March before you do it. Oh, I haven't played on the latest patch yet. Oh my god. And these ricochet too? All right. I believe we've gotten strong. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself. All right. Yeah, so Have a Nice Death is looking good. I would say that. If you can, we have a couple of vids on YouTube about it, but not on the latest patch. So the new patch does a lot of quality of life, changes some of the boss stuff too. I feel like it's probably better than it has been ever. And 1.0 is probably going to be even better than that. I do think it needs more power variety though. So I think my issue right now, Barrow, and we're not done yet, but we're giving our thoughts as we play. I think I'm either leveling too slowly, because like this is fun to like get these main attributes, main skills, but then to like have to dig out energy restore, this is 4 skill points for me to reach energy restore, which means I'm not getting this stuff. And unless I'm doing something wrong, I feel like that's a little bit much. It could be that, you know, you get XP from doing quests, or maybe you get like passive skill points as a reward, and I just haven't done that yet. Locate the Ketu blockade. I'd say definitely now that we're stronger, which is RNG, I believe. So we just happened to get projectile late, if you want to call this late. Maybe I could have had this a long time ago, if I was luckier. If I stopped sucking and just be luckier. Meteor rain. I must not have whatever this is. Yeah, it requires meteor.
I earned this.
I earned this. I earned this Starbucks. I earned this Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Hashtag Live Moss. See, this can hold me. Look at all the enemies up there. I think my splits are splitting into more splits. Or am I tripping? If a split hits an enemy, it's also splitting? I wonder if I want speed. Like, screw the ice. Yeah, we definitely need these two. Once I get these two, it's game over. The ricochet is doing it. Got it, got it. Should be fine on all this. Is that the Ketu blockade? Oh my god, they're just hanging out. That's a vibe check. In order to pass the vibe check, you gotta walk by my fire. Oh my god. Ain't no way. The only thing about equipping speed, projectile speed, is that I think I might lose damage to do that. Am I getting shot at? No. Oh, we have slowdown on. Plus 10% damage. Speed up is minus 10% damage. It just equals itself out. So let's remove this. We'll try speed up. Screw the ice. And then I need split. I can do more, technically, but I can't increase my energy cost, I think. Yeah, we took it off the ice. Right now, ice is a non-issue. If I'm using the ice, I'm messing up. What do y'all think? Better? Oh my god. That's better, right? Come on. Try without the speed entirely? I don't know, I like it. Added fire damage? Zigzag? Zigzag works. Cost up.
Impeccable.
Add fire damage requires weapon skill.
Perfection.
Lucky looter. Enemies you kill have an increased chance to drop rare items.
Yes.
I did not know I wanted that. Okay, so this is the fun to me, is just like finding random stuff to tie in. 20%. Let's see just zigzag. But then the projectile zigzag? Right? Wait, hang on. I don't even know what I'm aiming at. I don't know how to hit things right in front of me, chat. Is that what fire armor's for? what do I do? Alright. Busted Build Hunter. This is the vampire survivors of Path of Exile likes. Okay. Imagine if I have like any other skill. All I'm doing is fireball. We got the angle. Foam shoulder pads. I feel like if I was in the Avengers and I'm using foam shoulder pads, I must be on like the C team. I'm not even on B squad. Okay, this has to be the best version of this ability. Crit hit? I am in the area I'm supposed to be, by the way. Like, I am finally doing main scenario after just doing BS the whole time. Just running around killing, which is honestly how I play these games anyway. You gotta see it. Concave requires wall skill. We don't have that yet. Shatter on kill. You have a chance to shatter your enemies, turning them into projectiles that hit more enemies. Huh?
I earned this.
I earned this.
Superb.
Huh? Do I have enough points? I do. 13% chance for another 20% energy. That sounds terrible. 13%? Like, I almost need them to walk up to me because I can't actually play normally. Like, I can't aim this crap. Y'all think I'm aiming this? I'm actually not. Hate to break it to you. Please. Please give me the angle. I'm gonna die. Does it really matter what happens? As long as it looks busted? Kinda. Because I need you all to be in agreement. Yeah, V, this looks absolutely nuts. Okay, so we have energy restore on miss. How does the game know if I miss? What constitutes as a miss? I think I'm always missing. Right? You don't have to both tap. You don't have to do both top and bottom to get the next power, by the way. So what I'm going for is this, burned. Energy restore on kill. Apparently we don't have access to this unless I do the prerequisites. That was like, that's my second issue, is that I need the prerequisites to get the only thing I really care for, which is this right here. Yo, is this Bill Gibson? You are not Bill Gibson?
Bridge activating. Vents activating.
They open the vents. They're crazy. The corruption will kill us all.
Was that Eagle Raptor?
The corruption.
I never found Bill Gibson. I think he's dead. Torrent? That's Elden Ring.
Perfection refined.
I'm telling you, if I ever find like melee stuff, which I think is further down the equipment tree, it's all over. Oh, you are a purple enemy. Who I don't think cares about zigzag.
One of the fallen was carrying a radio. Messages indicate these fighters were blocking access to a corruption pod in the conduit. Return
Why?
to Colony Representative Bates for further instruction.
Why are they protecting like an alien or something? Infection. All right, let's portal out. Save the portal and use it for next time.
Euros Town.
Report the Bates.
Here's a reward for breaking the Ketu blockade.
All junk.
Don't listen to the tittle-tattle saying they were smugglers. I know Ketu when I see them. The Ketu deserved extermination. A job well done.
I thought I had a shield. This is making it look like I don't have a shield at all. My shield's purple.
All those Ketu in Edge of Space were preventing us from accessing the conduit. But why? It's alleged the Ketu may be protecting a corruption pod. These vile things are essential to the spread
I feel
of
evil.
corruption, sending out spores.
Is this what
Nasty business all around. Spreading corruption would make me look like a fool. They'd
Is this
like
what
that,
Iron Man felt
I'm
like?
Sure. But this
Right
sounds
before
too complex for simpleton
Infinity
rebels.
War?
It's all preposterous. Smoke and mirrors, but just in case to be a good enforcer
Civil War.
and check if there's a pod there for me. There can't possibly be a corruption pod in the conduit, but better safe than sorry. Eh? Get to the conduit and see what's giving Hob these corruption pod readings. Hop to it.
Look at you, all serious.
Oh wow.
And everything.
I clicked you like 10 seconds ago.
Right up.
It was waiting for this to finish.
When you need a little help getting through the day.
Oh wow, he has stuff? Wait, I could have had these a long time ago and I didn't know. Fork? I have fork, right? Oh no. I have split. Split is different than fork. Right? Wonder why the game has bad reviews. Looks good to me. Do you mean this game right here? Split is one hit. I think what's happening with this game is that it's very early demo, and you all know a lot of reviewers aren't necessarily going to care what state the game is in. If it's bad, it's just going to be bad. And then there are some actual issues. Now, would you give it like a bad review based off of an early demo that is subject to change? I wouldn't say a bad review, it should be feedback for the dev. But yeah, I'm surprised it already has a score if the game's not actually out. Which is like, that's pretty bad too. If there's a site that has scores on games that are not even in like early access yet, that's not good, because that's kind of instilling a thought process on the player that necessarily wasn't there beforehand.
Next time you're in a tight spot, just think of Leon and all the great boosters
Leon
you're
Kennedy?
about to buy.
How much money do I have? Okay, chat, find my money. Go. Let me go off screen. Find the money. Left of your weapon, over the shield, under the offhand, right above inventory, left. Could it not just be in here? Like, what about, like, right here? Or, like, right down here? Devs! I'm looking here. I don't want to look down there. Just, like, consolidate, right? Consolidate. Wall thickness? That's a thick wall. By the way, I'm giving all this feedback. I'm loving every second of this. I'm seeing this as valuable feedback for the dev. I'm not trying to, like, clown the games or anything like that.
Yes. No one will match me.
Oh no, I just sold my buckler. Buyback? Oh, devs! Wait, I told you I had a freaking good shield. My shield has spell damage. I don't care about defenses. If all the monsters are dead, what do I need defenses for? Right? That's what I say. Okay, chat. We're gonna fork. Max? 15? We don't need zigzag. Zigzag's cool. Don't get me wrong. We don't need it. Do we need the speed? Oh my god, it's not enough. Oh no. I'm sad. That weapon was damaged. You saw one with a damaged status. So it would literally have like the word damaged in the description. Is that the idea? We're gonna play a little bit more before we next game it.
The air smells stale. Has done for a while.
Enter the
While you're
sub-vents.
about to check the vents beyond edge of space. That they're clear and working, would you?
How do I get more freaking slots down here?
A promising mining site is out of
Find
commission.
Urania dig.
I sense they claim there are numerous giant corrupted things down there. Decent.
Is Bill Gibson dead?
You've been out into the edge of space? Oh.
You okay?
Has anyone seen the foreman? I need to check on Adriana. I've not heard from
Yeah,
her.
so this is the only other issue I have, is that all of these quests in my inventory, I have no idea where any of these are. Like, obviously, it's just like continue on the main route, and you will probably find some of these. But I feel as though there's got to be a better way. Assuming they want that to be a thing. No. Just use the portal. Hopefully we missed the info skipping the dialogue. Still a bad way to convey. So they did say that beyond Perrine Bridge, clean out the vents. And like, sure, I can do a full map clear. I don't necessarily like mind clearing the map, but at least give me some sort of direction so I don't miss it. Because I'm telling you right now, if I were to miss an objective, I have like 8. If I miss one and have to go backward, I may struggle a little bit.
Detecting contamination in all major vents. There is extreme danger to the colony.
How did this happen? Wait, I'm in the Avengers. Why am I doing this? No, we don't have enough energy capacity for Torch. Not Torch, I'm sorry, Fork. Fork costs 15. It's a little too rich for my blood. I can't aim. It's like I'm playing Vel'Koz in League of Legends.
Head there. If you don't know what this is about, don't come looking.
Shout outs to everyone with a Vel'Koz on their ARAM account. And you're just re-rolling until you get Vel'Koz, and if you don't get it, you feed. That's the League of Legends I know and love. Trauma. Nothing to do with League of Legends. I'm like super weak, by the way, health-wise. Is it just because I'm a mage? Everything just kills me. I'm glass cannon, I guess. Woo! I ran out of mana. I didn't know that was the thing. That's why we need this. Energy on kill. Once we get that, it's GG. Oh god. We gotta clear the infection. We gotta clear the malaise. V, press Q. Ow. I don't think I like Q. That just doesn't get old. Subvent 2. We need subvent. I earned this Baja Blast.
Superb.
As I said, I think the devs are Nordic or Icelandic or something. I swear I remember having that conversation. Additional moolah? Okay. We're almost level 10. I feel like once I get level 10, the whole game opens up. Damage is a level of gear, not something that happens. So you could just pick up poor condition gear. And maybe, like, that's a rarity thing. Where the devs are assuming you will go and get it repaired, and now it's good. Gross. Like, I call myself picking up health boosters. Oh. Okay, we're fine. For some reason I was struggling on picking those up. Infuse poison. What is it? Oh wait, I'm losing spell damage, but health restore on kill, I might actually, oh, it's a ring for one hand. Infuse poison, a trinket. It goes in the ring slot. Poison resistance, fire pen, XP on kill and luck. Don't mind if I do. Level 11. Chat, find the level. I bet you can't.
Impeccable.
Each booster can be used multiple times before a cooldown. Yeah, for some reason, it might have been that the booster I was looking at had a level to it. I just didn't know. Oh my god. I don't think we need the zigzag right now. I think the zigzag is making this like harder than it actually needs to be. It's fun, don't get me wrong. Minus 10. Fork me? 15. Max fuses of type reached. Maybe there's something about split. Split's an on hit, not an on start. Only one of on start, on hit, and on kill are allowed? Really? Speed? I don't think that's the issue. It's gotta be, I feel like it's gotta be an interaction with split that's not allowing us to use fork. Splits into yeah, because I have like 2 on hits. So the on hits seem to be fine. Split and fork have the same shape. Maybe it's the shape that's the issue. So that's like the type is the shape. Which is like not terrible, I suppose. Can I just do one of these? 10% cost up. 5% to crit. I don't think we need more damage on this. Oh, I can rotate too. Okay. So Zigzag is back. It's a little slower, and it zigzags at a different angle because of the speed was taken off, I think. Like the speed was making it zigzag at these angles that we couldn't handle.
Reported, I quote, a funky stack.
The geometry was OP.
Checking vent systems that link to. Whoa! Oh my! Yeah, they weren't kidding. Smells like something died in here. I'll check for the source and update. But my note
Okay.
says this'll need a full crew.
All right, this is much better. Much better. Energy restore on miss. I'm already, like, I don't really need that, right? I don't miss. Airtime. Michael Jordan. With a little bit of Steph Curry on the side. Heated. Double fork. No way I can use 2 forks.
Perfection refined. Yes.
Don't have that.
No one will match me.
This works on torch. Heated. What in the world's heated? Skill power up, cast speed up, fire spell damage. It's literally just damage. It's kind of sick. Maybe better? Elemental damage 24%. This is 5%. We're not there yet. Fork plus Ricochet had multiplicative effect. You think it's the Ricochet, or do you think it's the speed that was the issue? Ooh. Very satisfying. All we need is like Fireball. But unfortunately, we won't have Firewall, which is like, oh, I don't even know where Firewall is. Either way, we won't have it because we have to get burned. And now we finally have a working build, I think.
Subvent 1.
So every time I kill, I should get some of my energy back. So as you all see, like, you can kind of get how the game works, right? And this is multiplayer, by the way. I think the demo is supposed to be multiplayer too. Of course, I'm not playing it multiplayer. But very fun to think about it. I'm in the blender. Oh, these revive. Poison resistant? Please. I keep running out of mana. Even though I just got like a mana thing. Oh, okay. Why? Why can I not equip the 4th one? It doesn't have a level tied to it. They're both tiny, so maybe it's like, okay, V, you can only equip one tiny. You have to equip a small, S-M-O-L. booster slots 1. So wait, these are boosters? Shouldn't it be like 3? I mean, okay, I guess you have both of these by default. So like the +1 makes it look like you're adding to it. But am I wrong in thinking that there doesn't look like there's anything wrong with this? There's no difference. They look the same. Or am I tripping? Right? Oh god. They were getting healed. Is this Predator? Portaller.
Growing in the darkness, tendrils spreading through the paths.
There's some red shit in here. Kinda meaty. I don't know. It's definitely blocking the fan, though. Oh shit. Pull me out. It's
Are they dead? Rip? Alright. Someone didn't make it.
Growing in the darkness, tendrils spreading through the
Yo, Millpill, good to see you. I'm a little late to the party. This game looks like it requires 5 head. I'm not gonna say it requires it. It's certainly like, once you get one single additive, like, thing, additive skill, everything makes perfect sense. But remember, this is an extremely early demo, so whatever we're seeing, if we don't give the feedback, we're to blame. It's our fault the game is like this. I'm gonna try to give feedback. I want to be a contributing member of society.
Local vents cleared.
Too long has V just been leeching off the game and not at least like saying what's bad. Though I want to say every time we do a first look of something, unless it's a hashtag ad, which I do let you all know right away, we're giving feedback all the time. Whoa. Locked in here with you? You're locked in here with me. You just had 11 bucks. All right. So we did this. I'd say we're probably done.
You're all set.
I mean, what better way to end it, right? No. Do I lose XP? Do I lose anything for dying? This is just a demo, so maybe you aren't supposed to lose anything. Okay. Yo, that was Superfuse. Shoutouts to Raw Fury, publisher of the game, letting us know that this is out. I believe this demo ends tonight. So if you want to try this out yourself, you can download it for free on Steam. Let me know what build you go with. You don't have to be a fire. Oh my god, she's seen some things. You don't have to be a fire Iron Man. What's the name of it? Iron Heart. You don't have to be a Iron Heart. You can instead be a barbarian. Or you can be the name of the lady. It's not Ice Queen. But either way, you can go Ice on this character. And then there's 2 other characters. One is a spider kid, and the other one is a barbarian of some kind. It's really cool stuff. Definitely can't wait to see that when it comes out in early access. But for right now, we gotta next game it. What do y'all think about the game so far? I definitely enjoyed the build making. Once they figure out the quality of life, the maps, markers, quest log, the equipment showing what's blocked out, money. Yeah, it's all just like the polish. It's the sauce. So right now you have a pretty good burger with, you got the bread, you got the Wagyu beef.